President Macron sat down with Iranian leader Ebrahim Raisi, new British Prime Minister Liz Truss, and the Prime Minister of Pakistan. After more than a dozen rounds of failed talks and pressure from Israel and U.S. allies not to do a deal, the Biden administration decided to shelve talks with Iran until after the midterms. Here's the face-to-face sit-down Tuesday in New York. Macron reportedly urged Raisi to accept the current deal offered by negotiators. It would unfreeze billions of dollars, which experts say Iran would use to fund terror in the Middle East. It also includes a sunset clause for uranium enrichment, which experts also say would put Iran on a path to nuclear weapons. One Israeli military leader calls those terms unacceptable. Here's the Israel Defense Security Forum's Amir Avivi, a retired brigadier general and former Gaza commander.
Mr. Macron, it's in the best interest for France, for Europe, for the whole world to keep the Middle East safe and stable. And the one destabilizing factor in the Middle East is Iran. They are weaponing militias and giving them more money, and paving their way for nuclear weapons is not the way to keep stability in the Middle East. It will endanger Israel, it will endanger the Middle East, but eventually endanger Europe and the United States.
Let's pivot now to a groundswell of defiance by the Iranian people against the Ayatollahs. Check out the public hijab burning in the streets of Iran. Women dancing and cheering as they burn their headscarves. For Iranian women, removing a hijab in public is a punishable offense. This fifth night of protest comes after Iran's so-called morality police beat 22-year-old Mahsa Amini to death for wearing her head covering improperly. The 77th session of the UN comes as the planet is beset with crises on nearly every front. Russia's war in Ukraine, a resurging ISIS, and in the United States, record-high inflation, crime, illegal immigration and drugs at the southern border, gas prices, and a weaponizing of federal law enforcement against political enemies are just a few of the perils. Speeches at the UN run through Monday.